This is Jessica Bowman judging for the Show Your Heart Out show number 2 in this series. This is the judging for the Open English Equitation class. I just wanted to run through this pattern real quick before we review the videos. This is a pretty extensive pattern. We have a lot of transitions, a lot of opportunities to show things to the judge. So we start with a walk to A. This is a portion of the pattern. When you have a walk to A like this, a lot of people kind of forget that this is a scored portion of your pattern. So this walk to A needs to be nice and straight. You want to start far enough before A that you can really show a walk. You don't want to just walk 2 strides and then go into that canter. I want to see a nice, probably 5 to 6 strides of that walk at least. Then we're going to move up into that right lead straight to B, and then at B, posting on that left diagonal or the correct diagonal in a circle around. When we get back to B, we're going to move up into the left lead to C, and then at C, move up into our hand gallop, coming around, and as we come back to C, down into our right diagonal from C to D, stop, back, a 1 1/4 turn on the forehand to the right, and then we're exiting at a sitting trot. So this is a pattern that I really want to see those transitions right at the markers, straight lines when you're going from that A to B line and that C to D line. So we will start with 3rd place in our class is Amanda and Nala. Right here, I kind of mentioned this is where you really want to be starting straight before that A cone so you can have a really nice straight transition into the canter. She does a good job getting that canter right at A still, however, a little late maybe on our trot transition for this circle, but nice round, well-shaped circle. We're missing that, looks like that B cone, but she does transition right on the line where if you had a cone, it would be there. Good canter from B to C. I don't see a lot of change up into that hand gallop. So if we look back, when you get up into that hand gallop, you really want to be getting up into at least a half seat on your horse to really get them to move out and do that forward motion. So she canters here. And right here, I'd want to see her move up into that half seat, push that horse forward, really increase the forward motion, and we just don't get quite enough of that coming around. Transitions pretty much right at the marker there, maybe a stride late, gets her diagonal right away. She comes down the line really nice and straight, which I like. We get a little crooked in the back up, but not too bad. And then I do like this horse's forehand turn, really fluid, body staying pretty straight all the way through that turn. She finishes the turn completely before she moves up into that sitting trot. Now right here, I would just like her to see her open up in the chest a little bit more so that we don't get the bounce in the shoulder. Open the chest up, pull the shoulder blades together, move that chin up and just look out, kind of push the chin out, and that's going to remove all of that bounce and that trot away. Really nice job though, Amanda. Our 2nd place was Bailey and Going for Broke. She set up really well at the start of this pattern. I get to see a full walk before she moves into a really nice right lead canter. Gets her diagonal. I'd like to see a little more forward motion in this trot. And if you notice that her left hand likes to just hang out much higher than her right hand pretty much throughout the pattern. So that's one thing to kind of look at. Now we struggle a little bit in our hand gallop here. This is something to work on. We've got a lot of the other basics really good, but we kind of get up on the ball of our foot. Our toe goes down in that hand gallop, and we can tell that there's some strength in the rider missing there a little bit. Nice finish to the pattern. This horse has a really nice backup. No resistance in the backup. Pretty good forehand turn, gets a little bit curled up, but still very fluid. I just like to see this rider. She's showing just open up in the chest a little more, bring our shoulders up and back just a little bit more to raise our F and E up just a little bit. But overall, really nice job, Bailey. And then our winner for this class was Stacy. Okay. We get the horse walking. I'd like to see Stacy, just like the others, open up in the chest just a little more and maybe drop our hands a little. But nice transition here, good forward motion. She's got her heel down. She's looking. Horse breaks into the trot right at the cone. We've still got some nice forward motion here. Left lead right at that cone. Then we see a really solid effort to really get up into a half seat, push this horse forward. We've still got our heels down. We're looking where we're going. Maybe a little wide on the finish here. Breaks right down into her right diagonal. I like that she gives that horse a chance to kind of settle before backing up. That's a lot of transitions, a lot of movement to come out of and do a complete stop. A pretty decent forehand turn. This horse could improve on it a little bit, but he is pretty much keeping his feet where they should be. I just like him to keep that foot planted a little more, get a little more fluid in the turnaround. But overall, with that hand gallop, her sitting trot away, her position, this rider came out in first. So nice job, ladies.